Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Daniel Weichman. The U.S. House Committee hearing regarding the Luzerne County paper ballot shortage during the November 8th general election will proceed next week despite county officials declining to testify. The hearing will be held as scheduled on March 28th in Washington, D.C. On Monday, County Council Chairwoman Kenra Rattle, Election Board Chairwoman Denise Williams, and Deputy Election Director Beth Gilbert all declined invitations to testify at the hearing. State police are searching for a man that they believe swapped cell phones for Play-Doh at a Hazel Township Walmart. According to police, Arthur Bird used cash to buy multiple cell phones from the Walmart and then returned them in the original packaging, receiving his money back. Store employees later realized that the phones, worth more than $1,500, were not actually returned. Instead, Bird had filled the boxes with a Play-Doh-like substance and resealed the packages. Anyone with information regarding Bird's whereabouts can contact the Pennsylvania Crime Stoppers at 1-800-4PA-TIPS. 2 Milford men are facing charges following a bar fight in Wilkes-Barre. According to police, on March 12th, Dylan Kelly and Griffin Rhodes were at the Sassuna's Bar and Grill when they allegedly struck a victim in the face. Police say that security kicked out everyone involved in the fight, but Kelly and Rhodes followed the victim to his car and continued to kick him in the face and body. When police arrived, Kelly and Rhodes fled the scene and the victim was taken to the Wilkes-Barre General Hospital for a fractured eye socket and a broken nose. Both men have been charged with aggravated assault. Kelly was arrested and released on $25,000 bail. Rhodes remains wanted by police. A Shenandoah woman has been arrested following a domestic dispute with her mother. According to court documents, state police were called to the residence twice within 20 minutes. The mother reported that she and her daughter, Lysandra DeLeon, age 19, had gotten into an argument over family matters after both had been staying up all night drinking. After police left the scene following the first call, DeLeon reportedly became aggressive, striking and biting her mother and breaking a window with a bottle after she was locked out of the home. DeLeon has been taken into custody on several charges, including simple assault and public drunkenness. A man from Queens is facing 5 traffic citations after he struck a McAdoo brush truck earlier this month. The crash occurred during a snowstorm on Interstate 81 South near McAdoo when Valoria Zorilla attempted to enter the right lane and lost control. State troopers state that Zorilla was driving too fast for the conditions and hit the McAdoo brush truck that had been providing traffic control for a different vehicle accident. Zorilla has been cited for speeding and careless driving, among other related traffic citations. The ex-husband of a Delano woman is now behind bars following an incident where he broke into a home and proceeded to hit her over the head while she was sleeping. According to court documents, troopers responded to an incident in Delano Township where the female stated that she woke up to find her ex-husband standing over her bed before he hit her in the head with a wooden object. As she was blacked out, her current husband and the man, identified as 37-year-old Alexander Williams, fought before Williams was chased out of the home and fled the scene. The victim was able to identify Williams through security cameras, where state police then issued a warrant for Williams' arrest. Williams was taken into custody on Saturday, where he was later transported to the Schuylkill County Prison, unable to post the $75,000 straight cash bail. PP&L customers continue to have quips and problems with their electric bill as the months progress, despite the company stating that it was caused by a technical glitch that has been since corrected. However, customers continue to state that their bills are wrong, specifically their electric usage. At this time, PP&L's billing practices are still under scrutiny by the Pennsylvania Public Utility Commission, and now Representative Haddock is calling for a state house investigation. Haddock states that the idea has the support from other lawmakers, but this progress will be slow and we will not have an instant answer. William Quintana of Pottsville has been indicted by a federal grand jury for drug trafficking and firearm offenses. Quintana has been charged with possessing quantities of methamphetamine and marijuana with the intent to distribute, as well as possessing 3 firearms while having previously been convicted of a felony. The case was investigated by the FBI, the Pottsville Police Department, and the Schuylkill County District Attorney's Office. A Williamsport man has been arrested for allegedly stabbing and assaulting his uncle. The victim told officers that his nephew, Alex Morgan, had been intoxicated and had strangled him. When the victim was eventually able to lock Morgan out of the house, Morgan then climbed through the window, grabbed a kitchen knife, and stabbed the victim in the thigh and shin. When police arrived, Morgan fled the scene but was later apprehended. Morgan has been charged with strangulation and aggravated assault. He remains in the Lycoming County Prison on a $50,000 bail. Several people have been arrested for the murder and kidnapping of a missing man in Susquehanna County. According to state police, Blaze Corder and 3 other men forced Tyler Barber into a car and took him to Rose Hollow Road, where they blindfolded him and tied him to a tree. While Barber was restrained, 3 men took turns striking him and stripping him of his clothes. During the assault, Barber reportedly told the men where they could find money inside his home. Eventually, Barber was released and left lying in the street in his underwear. Barber's skull was found by a hunter 2 months later and identified by a forensic laboratory in December. Corder has been charged with criminal homicide and kidnapping. Coming up on WYLN News, a woman in our area is celebrating her 100th birthday. Plus, Rotary held their monthly hybrid meeting today with guest speaker, Representative Dane Watrow. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast, brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
My name is Alexander Bonova. I'm 12 years old, and get your umbrellas out because tomorrow's WYLN forecast is rain.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Struggling to get a good night's sleep? Then look no further. Grand Central is here to help. Grand Central Sealy experts will set you straight. When you buy your mattress at Grand Central, you can expect free delivery and setup, free removal of the old unit, and interest-free financing for up to 60 months. And of course, Grand Central's everyday low prices. Grand Central in Hazleton, helping you make your house a home.
There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information. Get ready for the ultimate sports breakdown when Marty Burns on Let's Talk Sports. Every day during WYLN News, Marty brings you the latest news and analysis on your favorite teams and players. From the biggest games to the latest trades, he's got you covered. So tune in daily to Let's Talk Sports and get in the game with Marty Burns.
Welcome back to WYLN News. Students that attend college in and around our region occasionally have problems with food insecurity, and within the recent years, it's only increased. Now, Luzerne County Community College in Steamtown opened up a student food pantry on Tuesday, which, now that it's opened, every L-Tri-C campus in our area now has a food pantry available to those students who need it. The process in order to receive the help is completely anonymous. The students simply need to write down what they took from the pantry so an inventory can take note what was taken and what is needed.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
It's someone's birthday, and it's not just anyone, it's Rose Maresca's birthday, and she just turned 100 years old. We can only begin to imagine what it's like to live to 100. Rose lived through the Great Depression, the construction and finish of the Empire State Building, and even saw the first man go to the moon. So we know what you're all wondering. What's the secret?
Take one day at a time.
Rose isn't just 100 though. Did you know that she was also nominated to be on the Smucker's Jelly Jar? That's right. When you turn 100 years old, you get the chance to be on the jars for the whole world to see. Happy birthday, Rose. Here's to the next one. In part with Development Disabilities Awareness Month, the Kingston Fire Department and Kingston Police Department had a warm greeting and gifts from the Keystone Adult Daycare on Tuesday. They took a trip to Price Chopper to pick up some gifts, including donuts and water for the departments, and they also made a thank you card for them and signed it personally. After they gave their gifts to the emergency responders, they were able to have a tour of the fire station as well. The Hazleton Rotary has opened up applications for their technical scholarship. Candidates for the scholarship must be pursuing technical studies. The studies can range from a certificate program of less than 1 year to an associate or bachelor degree program at an accredited institution. The application is available on the Hazleton Rotary website at hazletonrotary.org. All applications are due by April 21st. Completed applications should be directed to the Scholarship Committee Chair, Kim McNulty, at the email listed below. March 22nd saw the monthly hybrid Rotary meeting that took place at Pines Eatery and Spirits in Hazleton. World Water Day was a major topic of discussion at this week's meeting, where attendees were asked to take a moment to think about the luxury of what water does for us.
So how many of you woke up this morning, you took a shower, a nice hot shower, maybe you made yourself a nice good cup of coffee, maybe you let the water run while you were brushing your teeth and thinking about what you're going to be doing today and what's on your agenda and where you have to be. Well, today is World Water Day, and I just want us to be a little bit mindful. There are those who do not have the same luxury as we do.
Representative Dane Watrow was in attendance as the guest speaker, and as Hazleton has begun to welcome in dozens of ribbon cuttings over the past few months, it begged us to inquire about the opportunities and positivities.
I do. I think the businesses coming in, it's going to flourish our community. A lot of good things are happening in 116th District. I'm very pleased to see the growth overall.
Hazleton has had its many welcomings with businesses and newcomers, especially those that come from all walks of life. However, the citizens of Hazleton have their quips too, so we inquired about one circling problem within the city lately, and that's the dirty streets on Route 309 that has been plaguing business owners too.
That's a great question. So we actually had a DEP come in and they're monitoring everything closely. I know the owner is working closely with the state agency as well as us, and we're just pleased that all the parties involved they're working together, and that's what we need as a community, everybody work together.
Rotary meetings are always interesting to attend, and we found this one particularly absorbing. Who knows what the next meeting will bring? We'll find out next month. Coming up on Ashland's News Choice, Marty Burns is here on this hump day with Let's Talk Sports. Plus, we talk about exercising and Parkinson's disease on this Wellness Wednesday. And stay with us for everything else we have lined up for you later tonight on Wyln TV.
The Wiltsey Center presents Satisfaction, the International Rolling Stones Tribute Show, Friday, April 28th at the Wiltsey Center at the Historic Castle in Hazleton. Don't miss the international touring tribute to the world's greatest rock and roll band. Doors open at 7:30, show starts at 8. The tickets are just $33.46, and that includes all fees. Get your tickets at Bosco's at the Laurel Mall in Hazleton or Eventbrite.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central, here to ask you, is your kitchen ready for an overhaul? We offer free in-home consultation and design, no interest financing, professional removal and installation, countertop and backsplashes, hardwood and laminate floors, kitchen appliance sales, service and installation, and of course, everyday low prices. Grand Central in Hazleton, helping you make your house a home.
Hello, I'm Wyln historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
It is Hump Day. It's Let's Talk Sports, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. I'd be remiss with it being March 22nd if I didn't talk about one of the big fans watching Let's Talk Sports. And no, I'm not talking about Dan from Weatherly, even though we'll get to you maybe at some point through the series of this show, Dan. I'm actually talking about a young lady that's been referring to this day for a long time, March the 22nd, reminding a lot of people of it. Talking about my mom. Happy birthday, Mom. Love you. Enjoy the day. And if you'll bear with me, she says I don't do this, so I'm going to do it now. So let's go to some of the locals in high school play. Girls high school state basketball playoff action at Holy Redeemer High School. Recently, Montrose, keeping the flag of District 2, defeated Marion 49-47. Mia Snyder led the way with 21 points, and Montrose continues on, defeating Faith Christian 45-29. High school lacrosse has begun. Pleasant Valley recently defeated Crestwood 15-12. Riley Rath, she had 9 goals. And for Crestwood, an outstanding lacrosse player, Isabella Caparucio, she had 8 goals and 3 assists for the Lady Comets of Crestwood. Keep an eye on them this lacrosse season. We head over to the boys and we go to the pools in the PIAA Swimming Championships at Bucknell University from MMI. Congratulations to Wooby Kupski. On the first day, he captured a gold in the 200-yard individual medley, and the next day came away with a bronze in the 500-yard freestyle. Congratulations to MMI's Wooby Kupski. And I do have it on good authority. He got no lessons from their AD, Mr. Joe Flanagan. As we continue with boys high school state basketball playoff action, Holy Redeemer's successful season came to a close as they lost to West Catholic 56-47. But they did come away with a Wyoming Valley Conference Tournament Championship as well as a District Championship. Congratulations to Holy Redeemer. How about the young men at Monoy area? In 2A, they went down to Liberty High School in Bethlehem and defeated Constitution 58-40. J.C. Edsena led the way with 21 points. Kane Steika 15. Tanner Zawada with 11. Unfortunately, their next game at Governor Mifflin, Lancaster Mennonite defeated the Golden Bears 64-44. Camden Hurst finished with a game-high 29 points, and the aforementioned Tanner Zawada, he finished with 18. And I will not take credit for this. Dave Seaman pointed this out. Keep an eye on these Golden Bears. They were young. Yedsena Zawada, sophomores, Steika, a junior, just to name a few of a lot of kids coming back from Monoy area. A team to reckon with as the future goes on for Monoy area. But congratulations to the Golden Bears on a great run here in this 2022-23 campaign. Once again, happy birthday, Mom. I'll be seeing you soon. Back tomorrow to preview Sweet 16 and Elite 8 in the men's bracket. We'll see you tomorrow for Let's Talk Sports, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
The Wiltsey Center presents Satisfaction, the International Rolling Stones Tribute Show, Friday, April 28th at the Wiltsey Center at the Historic Castle in Hazleton. Don't miss the international touring tribute to the world's greatest rock and roll band. Doors open at 7:30, show starts at 8. The tickets are just $33.46, and that includes all fees. Get your tickets at Bosco's at the Laurel Mall in Hazleton or Eventbrite.
Are you looking for the latest local news and events important to our Hispanic community? WYLN will keep you up to date on what's happening, from breaking news to special reports and local events on our new daily Spanish language webcast, WYLN's Telediario, featuring me, Julia Wiegand. Follow our social media pages and website at WYLNTV.com every day to access WYLN's Telediario webcast. WYLN, we're your local network.
There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information.
Tune in for this week's episode of Let's Talk Chiropractic, where we're going to adjust Tiffany with her different type of neck.
Hi, welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I'm Lisa Marie, and we're at the Health and Wellness Center. And we're here to talk about a certain disease that can be managed with certain therapies. We are here with Shay Post. Shay Post is a physical therapist. She has her doctorate. And also, Shay, I know you for many years. You have gone back to school several times, have many credentials. Could you keep me up to date on everything you have going on?
Sure. I've been a physical therapist for 29 years now. I received my bachelorate, a long time ago, and just about 4 or 5 years ago, I did pursue my doctorate in physical therapy. Also, just last year, I became a certified geriatric clinical specialist in physical therapy. So that's pretty much where my passion is there. So.
Wonderful. So let's get into it, okay? Let's talk a little bit about Parkinson's disease. Is exercise important for people who have been diagnosed with Parkinson's?
So one of the most important things that I can teach my patients the very first day that they come in for their physical therapy evaluation is to teach them how important exercise is in helping to manage their Parkinson's throughout their lifespan. And so what I usually tell them about is there's a special research project that has been going on for quite a while. It's called the Parkinson's Outcome Project, and there's about over 13,000 participants in over 5 different countries that are involved in it. And they found that one of the most important things that patients with Parkinson's can do for themselves, besides taking their medication, is to start a physical therapy program and to exercise. So I really like to start them off, on my patients off on the right foot. And I know that there's probably some of my patients out there watching right now, and know that by the time they're done, they understand how important that exercise is in helping them maintain their function for as long as they can.
So what kind of exercises, what type should the patient do?
So we do a specialized program that focuses right on the impairments that patients with Parkinson's have. It's called the LSVT BIG program, and that stands for the Lee Silverman Voice Treatment Program. It started off as a speech therapy treatment, and then they found that some of the same principles of the speech therapy program could also be used for physical therapy. It's a research-based program over like 20 years of research, and we teach patients these 7 exercises that can be modified depending on the patient's function. And then we focus on activities that are important to the patient. It helps focus on movement speed and movement amplitude, how big the patient's movements are, because a lot of times those movements get smaller as the patient progresses with Parkinson's disease. And so I really like the program for patients who have Parkinson's because it focuses on their particular, difficulties that they're having. And, if they're working on, the shuffling, we work on the shuffling steps with them when they're walking, trying to make those steps bigger. Sometimes when patients turn, they could lose their balance. That's called freezing. We teach them some tricks through the LSVT BIG program so that they could be safer while they're turning in their kitchen or getting into their car, any activities like that are important for the patient.
So when someone is initially diagnosed with Parkinson's, when should they start this therapy?
So a lot of times patients think that maybe they should wait until they start seeing symptoms, but when a patient is actually diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, they already have at least 50% loss of their nerve cells that supply that dopamine that causes the Parkinson's symptoms. They actually have a 50% loss already. So the earlier that a patient can start with exercise, the more benefits that the patient will get because there are special chemicals that are released that help preserve those nerve cells for a longer period of time when patients exercise. So exercise really is like medicine.
Wonderful. Now you also, on top of all this great therapy, have a support group for people who have movement disorders such as Parkinson's disease, correct?
Yes, we do. So our next meeting is March 31st. I think that's the last Friday of the month from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. We meet at the Health and Wellness Center in the group exercise room. So anybody's welcome to come. If you register, you can register online through it's the LVHN calendar, and you can sign up on there, or you can call our physical therapy department.
And what's the number there?
The number there is 570-501-6717, and you can ask for myself or the other coordinator of the program. Her name is Rebecca Hunsinger. And we'd love to, have new patients come, and you're welcome to bring a family member or a friend, with you. We have presenters that come, and it's a nice information sharing group and educational group.
I bet a lot of your patients get a lot of value out of that support group, just knowing that other people are going through or sharing those little tips and everything that maybe they discovered along the way that helps them and the other person who may have just been diagnosed. So
yeah, that's exactly what they do. That's one of the biggest benefits. Sometimes just talking and sharing, very, beneficial to the patients. So.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Shay, for this great information. And I'm Lisa Marie here at the Health and Wellness Center, and it's Wellness Wednesday.
And that does it for the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest news and updates on our Facebook, YouTube, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on Wyln TV.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.